She's Dinah.
And she's Stubbs.
And we're Country Girls Getting Down on reality TV. And Dinah, we're going to do our first PSA, public service announcement. And do you want to know what the title of it is?
Don't fry bacon naked.
No, but that is a good one. That is a good one. It's Don't Mash That Bump.
Don't mash that bump.
And you know, back in October, well, actually it went on before that, but back in August, you know, I had that little place, and I had this knot back here swell up, and, you know, and then it hurt, and so Kenny mashed it, of course, and he said, hey, it's got something in it, and then it got all right. Well, 2 months later, you know, that bump came back,
right,
or another one came. And so my place swelled up again, and then for a week, it's just that knot was up there, nothing would come out of it, you know. Everybody in the house mashed on it. The first week, I just kind of felt uncomfortable with my head and all, so I went to the doctor.
Right.
All right. Now, week 2, I already had a place coming up, like around softball.
Like that big? Are you serious?
I'm talking, it was big. And so then I started down in my neck. That started swelling, the glands and all, and I didn't feel good. So, well, when I first went to the doctor, it wasn't that big. That towards the end of the week, though, it did get bigger. But I thought he'd say I'm going to lance that thing, and I was ready to have it lanced wide open. I mean, I was ready. I hurt. And so he gave me medicine and everything, said no, it didn't need to be lanced. But I mean, I had little mushy places. And so the doctor explained to me that when you go to mash a bump, if that bump is not ready to be mashed, you can get in serious trouble. Because the bump is like a capsule. And when you break that capsule, it'll go down like, on down all in. And it won't, if it's not ready, it's not going to come out. So I had little mushy places. I had one place where it felt like somebody was just constantly pulling my hair. I had a place that burned. I tried everything. Got in the shower, let hot water hit my head. I got on all fours in the bathtub and just let the water hit my head. Tried a heating pad. Everything. So my niece told me to get that Boil Ease. And I thought, well, hey, I'm going to give it a try. Because I was either in the recliner or in the bed. I mean, I hurt. So I put the Boil Ease on it. And the Boil Ease just, it didn't make it come up really. Although it did go down just a little bit, but nothing really came out. About like the second or third day. But it numbed it a little bit.
Right.
It numbed it. So it didn't hurt. But I ended up going back to the doctor because by the end of the week, it was huge. I mean, I hurt. This side of my neck was starting to hurt. So he, again, said, you know, because I thought, yeah, he's going to lance it this time. Oh, no, he didn't lance it. So he had to give me more, I think it was antibiotic. 5 more days. And finally, it took a long time. But finally, that went away. And I had a place the size of a 50-cent piece that slick as slick can be, hair won't grow there. And it was trauma from that. So I'm telling you.
But still
won't grow there. So I'm telling you, don't mash those bumps. Because, you know, I did it to Bull. And she had a place on her back that I thought needed mashed. And this was before my incident. And the doctor, you know, told me, said, now, if they're not ready to mash, you don't need to be mashing them. Well, how do you know? I mean, sometimes, you know, but Sybil played basketball, cheered, did everything. She sweated bad. It really didn't get the, when she'd washed, I don't think she got the back of her back good. So I got her a scrub brush to start, you know, using. But you remember we went all out to Hamilton, I think it was. That's the, oh, she showed you because she had any video, you know.
Yes.
But
yes.
And that's the night she threw the football at the Target and won for the cheerleaders.
Right.
And the boy in the band lost to Sybil, a cheerleader, and she got $500 for the cheerleaders. But the thing was, he said I'd mashed and it wasn't ready to be mashed. And so hers had turned into staph because, you know, and that's another thing you got to watch out for now because they say staph is everywhere and you really have to watch because a lot of times people go to put Neosporin or something on and you're actually covering that bacteria up and it's making it worse, you know.
Right.
So, but Sybil, it took a while for that to heal. So you think I would, you know, learn my lesson and just, but, you know, you see people that have them all over their face and I don't. Are you a masher or do you just leave them alone?
Oh, no.
You leave them alone?
Oh, no, I don't mash.
Well, I'm a masher, but I mean, I've kind of learned my lesson there after those weeks of pain. But
so let me ask you, the one that started on the top of your head when you mashed it was a product of what you got down here, because it come down, right?
Oh yeah, it caused my glands all to swell, and it caused for it to go down in different areas, and different areas was. I mean, I literally had mushy places. So do you still
have the bald spot?
It's a little bit, somewhat, but it. I mean, I have to find it. And once I find it, and it's slick. I mean, slick.
Okay, you know,
slick.
I went through that. I had the bald spot that came here. It was the size of a golf ball here. Then I had one here at the top of my head and one on the back of my head. Mine is caused from, and yours probably was too, because you was so nervous and hurting my nerves. And I went to the doctor because I had these 3 huge bald spots. It's called alopecia areata.
Alopecia areata. Okay.
And what that is baldness. Could be brought on from a ringworm, from stress. Mine was stress, nerves, is what they're telling me. Mine actually started coming on right after my grandmother died. I mean, and I went through, you remember when I was
Yes,
going through
I
all
do remember.
that? And
yes.
I would go to Dr. Johnson out here, my dermatologist, and she would give me like 12 shots in each hole, each bald spot in my hair.
I'll just stay bald.
My hair started growing back. How about that?
Well, my thing was, the doctor said it was not staph or anything. It was just a hair follicle that had got infected. And, you know, because my hair is longer than it's ever been. And I thought, well, maybe because I'm
that's
wearing ponytails.
Dana, I was thinking that was extensions.
No, Dana. Now,
turn around and let everybody see how long
Dana,
your hair
this is my real hair. And if I took it down, you'd really see. But, yes. But, you know, I led such a busy life there for a while. I didn't have time to go to the beauty shop. Now everybody's, oh, my gosh. A lot of people don't even know who I am. In fact, I had to go to a funeral and used to sit with a lady's mother. And she looked at me and she said, because her daddy and mother called me Tubbs, like you do. And she said, oh, my gosh. She'd been talking to me a while. She said, you're Tubbs. Well, I'm like, yeah. But, of course, I had my makeup all on, you know, and everything.
I mean,
in the words of June, I'm beautimous.
Your hair has always been like super
spiky,
short and spiky.
Yeah.
Tubbs, I'm loving that though. It brings out the rich fig.
Oh yeah. The only thing though, you know, washing it, that sort of thing. Because before, when it was just spike, I mean, literally, you know. And by the time I run the towel a time or two, it was dry. So, you know, this is different. And of course, you know, brushing it. But anyway, so I don't know.
I love the hair. I love the long hair, Tubbs. That's great.
Thank you.
That's
but I mean, I thought I may have to cut this stuff because I mean, 3 weeks and 2 of them I was in pain with this head. Is that not something? So I'm telling you people out there, do not mash those bumps. It's not worth it in the long run. It's not worth it.
Don't mash.
No, don't mash. Don't mash. Don't be a masher. Don't be a masher. So that's our first public service announcement. So we're going to have to start. We're going to have to do that alopecia. Was that it? Alopecia, la da 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 da.
Alopecia areata.
Oh, alopecia areata eta.
And alopecia areata prematura. What would that be?
You're balding at a young age.
Very good, Tubbs.
So I guess that happens to men and women, or
children. That happens to children.
Oh no!
Yeah, I've seen stuff. Well, in Dr. Johnson's office, when she started talking to me about alopecia areata, I was like, "Wait a minute, I've heard about that." So when I went to cosmetology school, I was taught that.
And you say it so fast. Alopecia areata.
Alopecia areata. Alopecia prematura. Yeah, and I was like, "Wait, that's alopecia prematura," and she's like, "Yes, that's." Like baldness in children. Yeah, like their hair just like falls out in children.
And what song am I trying to sing? Alopecia, alopecia. Alright, so stay tuned to our next PSA.
And our next PSA was, don't bend over in the garden, Granny. You know them taters have got eyes. If love were all, I'd be a quart low.
I'm trying to picture my granny in the garden. Oh my gosh.
Shoot low, boys. They're riding Shetland ponies.
Words of wisdom from our own Dana, who I really think you are that Campbell man off of American Hogger's daughter. I really do think. Don't spray me with tea. I don't need spray with tea tonight.
You like that? Don't bend over in the garden, Granny.